it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on day 21 of the best of 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and this is the sketch for day 21. It is a design by Par Victor, and let's see, there's some mixed media here. I like this combination of like stars and flowers, so we have two different kind of basic shapes going on here. There's one picture and it looks like a little cut file or just some circles going on here. So there's a lot going on, and since there's a lot going on, I chose to do this picture here of my daughter from her birthday dinner in, let's see, 2000. So that was her birthday, and I'm also combining it with a little Grab 5 challenge from Desiree's Tale here on YouTube and her Facebook group Scrap With Your Stash, and she's challenged us to use Brad's washi tape, stickers, wood veneer, and stamps. So I have that. I've got wood veneer, my stickers, my stamps, some Brad's, and my washi tape. So let's get started. It was so much fun to pair this sketch with a Grab 5 challenge. I think I made a layout that I never would have made if it weren't for that Grab 5. And I'm really excited about how it turned out. But first of all, I've got to get my background done. So I have this paper from an Amy Tan paper pad. And it just says happy, happy, happy all over it, which I thought was perfect for a birthday picture. And I have this blue acrylic paint from a Maggie Holmes collection. I think it's Sunny Days. And I just took a dry brush. I didn't have it in water or anything like that. And I'm just kind of putting a really thin layer of paint down. I need to tone down all the happies. They're very bright, and while I love them and think they go perfect for this layout, I need a little space in order to put my title and my other little embellishments. So I set that aside to dry a little bit, and it's really thin, so it doesn't take too long to dry. And I'm going to use this pink with a white floral on it as my mat for my photo. This paper here is so pretty. I have got to use it in something else. Gosh, that's just pretty looking at it here on the screen of my phone. Oh goodness. So I'm using a 1/4 inch, I think, for my photo mat all the way around. And then I'm going to, at first I think I'm just going to put it down on the paper. But when I set it down here, I'm like, no, I want to pop it up a little bit. So I go ahead and get me some of my trusty, I think this is from Dollar Tree foam. I like this one because it's not as thick as others. So I just need a little bit of a pop-up. And in a little while, you're going to see me fight with that glue. I don't know what the deal is with this glue today, but it did not want to work for me. It wanted to fight with me. Oh, goodness. All right, so I'm putting I'm putting my picture on my paper. And I glanced at this sketch and was like, this picture, since it's more like a 4x6, is a little bit more towards the center of the page, so I move my photo over, and now I'm going through all of these flowers that I fussy cut out of another piece of paper from this paper pad, because I don't have any embellishments from this collection, I don't believe. Oh, let's see. What is this collection anyway? It is Oh Happy Day? Oh Happy something. Oh, wouldn't you know they have got the price tag over the title? Oh Happy Life. So I just have the paper pad that I got a while back from, I think, Tuesday morning. So I don't really have any embellishments, but there's a lot of great papers in the paper pad to make embellishments. And there was all these flowers on one piece of paper. Look how many embellishments I got from one piece of paper. Oh, I love it when the designers do that, when they make a paper where you can fussy cut things out. And here I have an Amy Tangerine sticker book and one, I think, let's see, there's 2 collections represented in this sticker book, I think, and this happens to be one of them. I was so excited. So here is my sticker from the challenge. And of course, it's a clear sticker. So I've got to back it with some white cardstock, and then I'm just going to fussy cut it out. And one of the good things about these clear stickers is they actually give you a cutting line that you can follow because you can see the vinyl or whatever it's made out of. So it makes it really easy to trim it back out. So now I've got my title, which is Celebrate Today. And I'm going to pop it up on a little bit of foam as well. And I put a little bit of ATG on there. Oh, see, look, I'm fighting. I have never had this glue clog in the tip before. I don't know what its problem is today. But anyways, I put a little bit of ATG down to kind of anchor the foam so it doesn't slide all over the place when I am trying to glue it down. And I did that on the back of my photo too, if I'm not mistaken. And I've got this down where I want it, and so now I'm going to fight with the glue again. I had to like stick something in the nozzle several times just to get it to come out. I don't know what its problem is. It just did not want to work today. So I have a couple of the wood veneer flowers in my big cluster on the right hand side. And now I'm looking for some florals to kind of bring over to the left hand side. Just kind of tucking a few here and there. And I'm going to pop this up on some foam as well, since it is over top of my photo. I'm going to go ahead and pop it up so it doesn't have a weird kind of slope thing going there. And I get that down. And I think here, yep, here is where it just, oh look, I squeezed it and a big old glob fell out. That was so aggravating. I was like, that's it. I am done messing with you today, glue. So I get my little bowl there and put it on there. And now I get to finger paint with the glue, because I definitely don't want it to go to waste. So I'm going to use it on all my things here. And I'm putting ATG on here again so that it initially will stick and not move around. But I'm putting this on top of mixed media. So even though it's just a little bit of paint, I want to make sure that my embellishments stay put. So I'm going to go ahead and use wet glue on top of this paint. I don't want it slipping off while it's in the book. And then I'm going to put this little wood veneer flower down. And I'm using it because this little cutout flower here was at the edge of the paper, and that leaf, you know, fell off the paper. So it wasn't a complete leaf, and I have to cover that up. And my little wood veneer flower does perfectly for that. And so I pull out this other glue that I have. It's a Tombow, what is it? Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. Aqua. I guess it's Tombow Aqua Mono Liquid Glue. I have lots and lots of different glues, because when I first got back into scrapbooking and I was watching everybody I could possibly watch on YouTube because they were all so inspiring, everybody has their own favorite kind of glue. So I fell prey to the whole oh, what is it? Infomercial that YouTube is. If I see someone else that has it, I think I need it too. So I have lots of different glues to choose from. And one is giving me fits. I can always pick another. So I'm going back through my sticker book here to see if there's any other stickers that I want to use. And I like all these little hearts. So I'm going to use them to kind of sprinkle around my, not embellishments, I mean it is embellishments, but my clusters. And I don't really have 3 distinct clusters, but I kind of use them in 3 distinct areas of my clusters here. It's really just kind of one big cluster. It flows into it, the title. So I'll get those down, and I still need to use my washi tape. So I'm going to put my washi tape here. In the sketch it says journaling, but I don't have any journaling to do on this page because it just goes right into my Project Life album, and there's lots and lots of journaling on my Project Life type pages. So I don't have a whole lot of journaling usually on my 12 by 12 pages. So I used my washi tape where the journaling was put, and then I just add a little piece there beside my title. And now I'm going to get my brads, and I decide to use the red ones because I think they're going to stand out the most. Plus, 2 of those have hearts on them. One has one big white heart, and then one of them is white with a bunch of little red hearts on it. And I think that's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and use this big pokey tool to poke a hole and put the tines through and flatten them out on the back. And I just do that for the other 2 as well, but I'm not going to make you watch me poke the holes. So now I'm going to use my stamp. And I'm looking at this one thinking, which one do I want to use? And of course, got to use the little hearts. And I think that's an Amy Tangerine stamp set as well, and I think it's from Slice of Life. I think that's the name of that collection. But I'm going to use this Distress Oxide in Black Soot. And yeah, I think it's Black Soot. So I test it out to make sure it works, and I plop it down here, up here, and then I want to put it down here, and I've made a bit of an error because that brad is already there. Usually when you stamp things, you want that to come before most everything else. But I didn't do it that way, so I'm having to work around these brads because I want it over here and that brad is in the way. So I just take it off of my little acrylic block and stick it down and then hope it doesn't get smeared. But it didn't. It turned out really well, so I was excited about that. And I just clean it off a little bit, and I think I'm done. I'm checking to make sure I have all my grab 5 items, and I do. And I think I'm going to even bring this up and show you a close-up of it because I'm cleaning everything up and thinking I'm done. But as I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm not done. This is not right. It needs something else. It needs a border. Why do I always choose borders at the end? I shouldn't do that, but I seem to do that every time. Oh, goodness. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off 1/4 of an inch around the whole thing. And I'm going to trim down this piece because I got it out of the paper pad. And this paper here is gorgeous. I love this blue color on it. And thankfully there's another one in the paper pad, so I don't have to worry about not being able to use that beautiful wreath thing that's printed on it, because I have a second one so I can use it. And I go ahead and decide to cover the tines of the brads, even though it's going to be covered by this piece of paper. I still just want to have a little bit of extra protection from them poking through. So I go ahead and do my little trick of only putting glue on one end so I can see if I get it in there right. And then I put my ATG tape down on the top and bottom. and make sure it's all nice and how I want it, and then stick it down the other side. There's probably a lot easier way to do this, but this works for me. And I'm still not quite done because I'm going to put these little strips that I cut off back onto the paper. I saw this trick on one of Miss Janet's from RTS Scrapbooking, one of her videos where she had done that. And it's so small, it's so subtle, but I think that it adds so much to the layout. Just a little bit of something extra. So I'm just going to glue it down, and for the ones that need to be trimmed off, I'm going to trim the ends. Once you get to the very last one, it's already cut short anyway, so you don't have to trim off anything. But for this one, I needed to trim. And that's really going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and glue those on, and here it is, and I'm going to bring it up and let you see. And I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. And I hope you are enjoying the best of 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Make sure you check out the links below for everyone else that is playing along. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.